Fuck off. How's that sound? That is the absolute worst take possible. I remember there was they made a comment about there's a line with Delorier and Hathaway, and then the other guy, and whoever the other guy is, like the safest guy, that guy, the safest guy in the NHL, and Connor does not have that.
Nope.
And I know if Savoy is his line mate, like Savoy isn't going to give it to him, and that's fine. But one of the defensemen should be running in with reckless abandon.
If it's 97, somebody on the bench take a number and you go grab one of them.
Or take a number, but still, like someone just come in and do a face wash. And like I know here once again, you have to be mindful who's on the ice with Philly. If Nick Delorier is on the ice and you go after Sealer for doing that and Delorier pulls you out of there, that's terrifying. Unless you're blank, insert name here that can manage that, whom we don't have.
The player who was
the
player who's on the line with Hathaway and Delorier is the Latvian forward Rodrigo Abels.
Safest guy in the NHL.
Definitely a made-up name.
That guy should be the biggest rat going.
Yeah,
he should.
Yeah,
like that. Like, but yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That was so disappointing to see. And once it goes back to like who we are as a team and that gelling, and we're just not that solidified unit. It's sad. It's disappointing, and that needs to be addressed.
I will say for the take a number side of it, they did show, and again, it's tough when you're not there because you don't see who's John at who or whatever, but they did play a couple of moments on Sportsnet where it was like Nurse and Podkolzin and then we're kind of standing at center ice, like Beacon at Hathaway. So if that's what that was about, maybe Connor McDavid sees that and is like, thank you. Or maybe to Lance's point in the YouTube chat, McDavid doesn't want guys taking penalties on his behalf. Maybe the message, and I do think this has been the message in the past, let him do it. We'll take the power plays.
Fuck off. How's that sound? That is the absolute worst take possible in the sense of sometimes yes, sometimes yes. Like, but if it's your captain, then if you don't have a guy big enough to go against Sealer, someone better blow up Mitchkov. You know, you got to go eye for an eye. And the fact that we can't even do that is disappointing. So yeah, like sure, take the power play. In some facets, like it's the right take. But when it's your captain, when it's Connor McDavid, he should be an untouchable, known quantity. Or if you touch him, there's a price to pay. You know something's coming your way, and you have to pay the price to do that. And right now, it's just there's no cover charge with Connor McDavid.
I also
free
think
entry and co-check.
To add on to it, like we saw what happened when Freddie got the shit kicked out of him there. It motivated the whole squad. When the Oilers are reeling, to not, especially on the beginning of a 7-game roadie, to show any bit of that energy to try and defend your leader. Hey, I need that at the beginning of the road trip. I need that when the team is struggling, because that's going to drag you back into the fight.
But here's the problem. Philly's tougher than us.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's tougher than us.
So then again, counterpoint to what you're saying, don't play their style. If Philly wants to do that, just say, we'll try to beat you.
Well, and this goes back to if you can't do it right in that moment, go do it to their other best player. Like, like that. Like, why couldn't Frederick go and run Mitchkov or
the way
or Konechny?
Well,
Konechny's a smaller guy
who
was targeting, and being a little bit of a rat. Like, someone should just go and blow him up when you get a chance. Like, create that threat, and that's where Wallman could be good. Like, let's get the open ice going.
Yeah.
Right. Like, let's go step in and try to connect on a guy and blow him up, and then go let their tough guys take a bunch of penalties because they have to find something to do and just let them take it and just protect. Like I said, there's ways to play that game, and we don't play any game. We just take it. Like, yeah, that's so right. I was so exhausted watching the other game. Normally, I would have thrown my remote through the TV when I saw McDavid get hit there like that. That was after the whistle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
McTuft was out a little bit after. I saw that, but yeah, no response.
I want to get to a couple of super chats and then the Spotify comments. Our super chats this week in honor of Remembrance Day are going to the Canadian Veteran Services Society. You can find out more about all the good work that they do by visiting them at their website, cavss.ca. Tammy is in. I missed my donation last night. Rosie for the win for Ben, always $20. And Depressed Canadian drops in 3 $20 donations.
Whoa.
I wonder if they know you can comment for free. Either way, it's all going to a great cause. He's dropped in the first $20 donation, said there's no guarantee that the Oilers will be a better team next year, and the league will adapt and get younger as well, which, again, that's a fair point. I think, again, you, Liam, Jeff, you make fair points. He added on, just ask the 2011 Canucks. They ran out of gas and never saw the finals again as the league adapted to their style, and they were broken up a few years later. No guarantees at all. McDavid isn't safe because the league has phased out enforcers. This is a different topic now. There is no modern-day Semenko or McSorley because the league discouraged them for 30 years. He still needs a team to protect him, though. And then Depressed Canadian dropped in a fourth $20 super chat and said a league that hands out $2,500 fines for headshots doesn't care about its stars. There's a lot going on there from Depressed Canadian.
Well, thank you for the support. And a lot of good comments said there. Yeah, like heavy, like if you're a heavyweight in the league, you have to be able to play hockey. Mm-hmm. Right, that's the thing that's different. So like Delorier is one. Who's the guy in Anaheim that's leading the league in majors? That guy, Olivier.
That guy, who is that?
Olivier also.
Ross Johnston,
yeah, and Rempe. And then I guess Reeves to some degree.
AJ
He's
Greer,
he's a heavyweight, but not every team has one. But it's not necessarily do we have a heavyweight? It's just, do we have guys that have the ability to step up for their teammates? And stepping up doesn't always have to be fighting. Like, it's like, although I do love fighting in hockey, like I'm a dinosaur when it comes to that. I'm old school. But physicality is hitting. Mm-hmm. We should be below, like, there's no physical threat that we possess in terms of, I have to be worried when this guy's on the ice. I have to have my head up when this guy's on the ice. That, having those deterrents, like, they have an effect. They have it. And so, you know, we need to, it is an important element. Like, ask the Florida Panthers if they like physicality or they deem it important. That's the team that, that we met in the finals twice and we just couldn't get over the edge. And was it solely because of physicality? No, but it definitely played a part. It's an ingredient. And we had a little bit of it, but not enough. And I think, the unicorn type player is those guys that can skate, and like Garnet Hathaway, like, is the perfect example of that. Like, a guy that can skate and forecheck and be a physical threat. Like, we need a little bit more of that because it's missing. Because once again, we don't have an identity right now. Our captain is getting pushed around, and we have no one sticking up for him. Like, that also probably pisses him off.
Or
I bet it does. Like, he doesn't want to get, it's not like, oh yeah, I got rocked in the corner there and now I got a power play. Like, fuck, my shoulder hurts now for 2 weeks. Like, it ain't it. We need to be able to step up, and we need to be able to let teams not push us around, because the minute they bring that element in, like, we have no counterpunch.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered, from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.